The name of the company is KR Communications. It's located in Buffalo. I joined them as an independent contractor, provided them with sales and service for which they did not pay me back. And they are falsely accusing that I might have made or like photoshopped my statements or whatever. And they don't want to pay. They don't have any statements to share. They don't have any proof, legitimate proof to share that they paid me. And I have already escalated legal, like complaints against them at the Better Business Bureau and the Trade Commission, and I'm waiting for the responses. And yeah, I'm gonna even go to the Small Consumer Court if I have to in Buffalo, because I mean, what is not right is not right. Like you cannot just not pay the customers and do whatever you want. So my advice is to stay away from the business. I kind of partnered with KR Communication, as a independent contractor. So the partnership was that, obviously, so I give them business and they pay me, based on the revenue. So when that was a partnership, it happened last year, and it was just for a short term, maybe for uh, 3 4 months or whatever. But then I did provide them with the sales they were looking for, but they never paid it. They never paid the money to me. So that, I was, maybe I thought that because of the fact that the contract was terminated or whatever, there might be some cooling period, after which they would pay. Some companies have like 3 or 6 months or whatever. But then I waited, and then I didn't hear back. So I called them just to find out that they don't have any customer service number. So I wrote them an email, and they replied back saying that you have been paid. So I said, oh, okay, I have been paid. I didn't know that. So when did you pay me? So then they gave me the time frame. You were paid in the month of November. Uh, November, yeah. I forgot the month. It was October or November of last year. So I went back to my bank, and I checked. There wasn't any payment. So I wrote back, with my bank statement saying that, hey, I don't see a payment coming in. So they're like, no, our payroll shows that like you were paid. So I kept asking for like some sort of proof, maybe a bank statement or whatever from their bank, so that I can go back to my bank and ask them like, where's the dispute? They're saying they paid. I didn't get it or whatever, but they're not like providing me like any financial documentation saying that it has been like paid or whatever. They just keep saying that, oh, it's being paid, and the amount is big. It's not like a few $100s which I can let go. It's like $912. So yeah, that's so I didn't find anywhere to go. So I mean, I work for Yelp myself as an SBA. So I thought that let's try to, I mean, I actually complained them at the Better Business Bureau and at the Labor Department as well. So there's an investigation going on. But then I found other ways of posting, like online reviews, and one of those was this customer. So I thought that why not just post a review and let everybody know that like they're not really a good vendor to be doing business with. So yeah, that's what I did.
I see. I'm so sorry for that you experienced. And did you try to solve this issue somehow, like maybe in any other way, or maybe you applied to other people who could help you, or something like this?
Yeah, I did file a complaint with the BBB, which is called the Better Business Bureau, and even with FTC, I think the Federal Trade Commission. Yeah.
I see. And what actually this company can do better in this kind of situation? What actually they can do for you?
Well, pay for the service. If you don't pay for the service, then nobody's gonna come to you. Like, and if you're saying that you paid, then you have to provide the evidence, right? The documentation, and get an assigned dedicated customer service, so that like if somebody has a problem, they can come and they can call you. If you go to the website, there's only one phone number. You call that number, that goes to the sales. You tell the sales about your problem. They say that no, we don't deal with this. You have to write to the customer service an email. That doesn't work. Every company has a service number, right? So you gotta have a line where people can call you, and they don't have a line, which is not fair enough, I think.
Yeah. And what solution are you looking from them, and how would you like them to proceed in this case?
Well, they have to release the money. Like if you get the service, then you pay the money, or if you are insisting that you paid, then show the documentation, right? So the money has to be somewhere, right? There's only a few things that has happened. Either they haven't paid, or if they have paid, my bank hasn't received it, or like there's only so many things which can happen. So if you're saying that if you want to resolve it, then you come on a call, get your banker on the call, I will get my banker on the call, and all four of us can talk together and get it resolved. If you have actually released the payment, which I don't think they have, they are just like bullshitting that they have, but they haven't. So the bottom line is either you resolve it with the banks or you send the money back. That's it. There's only two solutions. I called them. The first thing I did was I called them, and they said that they haven't received any transaction in that month or from that sender, like in my entire like banking history with them. And then I said, so what do I do? Like, is there something I can do from my side? Maybe like, try to investigate or whatever. They said like, no, like even if you have to, then you need more information, like what bank it came through. They don't have that information. So there's nothing my bank can do. The best they can do is try to resolve it over the phone, talk to the other banker or whatever. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to come on the phone. Since 3 months I've been following, I haven't received one phone call for this. They just send me like an email, and the only way I can try to ask something is through email, which even they respond after like a week or so. So it's on every email. I keep telling them this is my phone number. Please call me, and then let's try to resolve it over the phone. And it's not. And the fuck up is it's not an employee that we can blame. The person who is contacting with me is the fucking owner. Like you're the owner of the business. You have to take responsibility, right? He can just like go back tomorrow and say, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, it wasn't me, it's not my company, it's one of the employees, and I fired them. No, it's you're the person who's answering the reviews, you're the person who's answering the email. So who's accountable? You're the business owner. Everybody's looking at you, and if you're not, like, you don't have a phone call for people to reach you, that doesn't make sense.